Willie Franco. You know the funny thing about life? Talk to him, train. It be the closest people to you be your biggest haters. Said that right. They swear they want to see you do good, just not better than them. Huh? Let your haters motivate you and elevate you. Alright. It's Jada niggas hate me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans that watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with her G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it G, cause that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me, got all this ice on me, down for me. Got niggas hate me because of the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it G, cause that's the way I'm living. She like they love me better when I ain't have it. But now they ain't good to see me living lavish. Pull up an Onyx and I let them strippers have it. I show my sometimes cause I ain't never had. Hard until I came from the bottom. I'm throwing all these dollars, rockin' Gucci, rockin' Prada, and we the baddest models. Fresh as hell when I step out, hit the club was showing out. Standing on the 40 couches, now the whole club asking bottles. Got these niggas hating me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans that watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with her G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it G, cause that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me, got all this ice on me. Got them shooters who gon' ride for me and die for me. Got them hating me because of the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it G, cause that's the way I'm living. Make it feel the type of way. Bad in my face. Try to step away. Getting money every day. What I had to say. I ran it up, did a race. 100 bands. I'm trying to get to the money man. Couple stacks in the road bank. Make it do the money day. The way she throw it for the quarterback. The way I ran the bags, I thought it was a running back. Got it, they hate me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans that watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with her G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it G, cause that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me.
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on?
How y'all
Already.
doing? Lovely Tuesday night.
Hey man, you already know. You know the vibes. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day. We about to get it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Hey man, I stay ready. You feel me? I'm like Wayne today. I'm drinking protein shakes.
Oh Lord.
Listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. Getting that 3,000 calories in is like wearing me down. Like by the end of my night, I'm done. Like seriously,
It's a lot of calories. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's proper eating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not even like the end of the night. I'm like, yo. I tried to watch Boys in the Hood the other night at midnight. I was like, nah, forget it.
I don't miss them days.
I did. I tried. You ever try to watch a movie mad late? You like, all right, I'm gonna try this. I turned Boys in the Hood on at like 12 o'clock. I was like, why I even do it? It's all.
Oh my God. Y'all crazy. How was y'all week?
It was chilling.
It was good. Had a speaking engagement and it went well. Went very well. Very well received. You know, got more to come. So that was a blessing. That was a good thing.
That's so cool.
You know,
what about
to be
you?
like y'all when I grow up.
I just almost died, but I'm good.
What?
Me and my son got stuck on the side of the mountain. Somebody had to come pull us out. It was a mess, a disaster. Absolute disaster.
Wow.
Yeah, bad. But we're here.
Hey, yeah.
I really do want more to that story. I realize we probably don't have time, but I really do want more to that story. Like
I got you after the show. Yeah.
All right.
It was traumatic, but we good.
You know, I ain't, you know, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got a long show and we got a special guest. So I'll introduce the regular co-host and then I'll let Wayne introduce his guest co-host, his girl, his people. So, you know, we got the one and only Adrian Taylor, aka
Deezy, baby, you already know.
aka
Big Poppy.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm Big Poppy today. Yeah, I'm feeling like Big Poppy.
All
you see
right,
the beard?
It's illustrious.
Yeah. Hey.
And we got the infamous the legendary Mr. Wayne Steven, aka
Stephen A. Spliff.
Bitch, I almost dropped my drink.
Split.
AKA
C Train Wayne. Because you got to take the C train to get to Rockaway Avenue in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You don't care. Whatever. We bring you Miss Dee Legette, a.k.a.
Y'all know who it is, the core queen.
a.k.a.
The definition of a cougar.
Hold on for a second.
Let me look at my notes.
It's right there. I just Googled it. The calendar came right up. It's crazy. Like I Googled it and it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's in there.
It's
okay. It's in there. Okay.
See how you got to have two references? Remember you used to write papers? You had to have two references. You just got them.
Yeah, there you go.
Credible references.
Hey, listen. Evening, AJ Slam 41. Evening. All right. Well, Wayne, for the battle buddies in the comments, we got a special guest co-host tonight, and I will let Wayne Steven Wheezy himself introduce her. And she's ready to come on.
Yeah, man. This is homegirl Jada, aka Urban Laughter. She's the co-host and social media strategist of the Rude Urban podcast, the Rude Urban Truth podcast. She found her way into podcasting while living in the wilds of North Charlotte, North Carolina, and currently lives in the greatest city in the world, Brooklyn, New York. And now she discusses modern dating and pop culture topics weekly, aka Jada. She got beef with the feds and the DA. Jada Miller.
I was trying to bring her on, but I don't see her.
Can you see me now?
No. Well, hey, Jada, we just can't see.
Hi, y'all.
I hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Let me see what's going on with this camera.
Take your time.
All right, let's see. We got the audio together. And y'all want to know what's crazy is we use StreamYard on our podcast too.
There you go. You go.
Now?
There she is.
We can see you.
All right, here we go. We in business now.
Welcome, Jada. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to see y'all. I hear some Southern accents coming through. It's making me happy.
Just him. I just been in the South for a while. I'm not.
It's just one.
Okay,
just the guy down there.
Yeah, man.
Wait, Dee, neither am I. I'm from PA, but I've been in the South for a while.
I'm from PA too.
Are you? Where from?
Yes, right outside of Philly, Bristol, PA.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Okay, look at that.
See?
Y'all had me thinking I was on the phone on the podcast with some Southerners, but y'all faking it.
I mean, we technically honorary Southerners, right? That count.
Right.
Because there's two types of people in the world: people from the South and people that want to be from the South. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say.
God, Wayne, don't start your shit.
Right, because I was going to say, don't get carried away. Because see, now we was keeping it cute. Like, all right, we respect y'all, but you know.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm outnumbered, so I'm gonna just let it slide.
No, you always say the South got something to say.
You let it slide this week. All right. Oh man.
Look.
The South always winning. Sometimes we gotta, let y'all have y'all fun. So, it's all good. Just once.
Did he say besides from always winning?
The South is always winning. They always win.
You gotta let people maintain their fiction too. So y'all gotta listen. You can't win on people's parades. You can't do that.
Yeah. South's always winning. Hey, take your wins while I'm being quiet. Take your wins.
Oh man, yeah.
Take your wins.
I like this.
Look,
I like this.
Noted. Take my wins. Okay, look, ready to take my wins. Okay. I'm gonna sit here and eat my metaphorical food.
He in real form today. Shit. Well, look, we're gonna get into our first trending topic of the week, which is the announcement. I guess it's official now. I'm assuming it finally is official. Tom Brady's retirement. It's finally official because all week has been speculation, but now he's finally made his announcement. What y'all think about that?
I mean, I think he could keep playing if he wants. That's kind of a heck of a way. I mean, he lost, but I don't know. I mean, it's a great career. I would have liked to see one more year, but I mean, I get it. You're getting old and you got kids. You're trying to be there, watch them grow. So, but great career. Definitely the best quarterback of all time, for sure. Yeah, not even a question.
Oh God,
we can let the guests go.
Wayne's wheels turning.
No. I got a couple of things. That's why I'm just gonna let Jada go.
No, same thing. I was thinking, good career. I mean, I'm happy to see him go. I'm from Pittsburgh. I already told y'all I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not a big sports fan, but I am a Steelers fan. So for me, I'm happy to stop getting beat by him. I'm ready for Burrow to go. See ya. It was nice. It was cute. I'm happy for you. Wonderful career. I want to see you in the Hall of Fame. Everything that's wonderful. But yeah, Bass, I'm happy. I love to hear it. I do not need another year. I'm okay.
I kind of felt like he was going to because he lost. I kind of felt like he was going to, and it was the way it was like the season that he lost in. There's a little bit of drama, and he don't like all that. Like he's like, "God, man, I'm getting too old for this. Let me get up out of here." Like that was something I don't, because even when he was even in the midst of the whole Aaron Hernandez murder and thing, like that wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't even drama towards him. That was just contained, and I knew he was going to dip on that note. Yeah, it's crazy watching him. It's kind of like watching, like when you watch Mike retire. It's like somebody you watch growing up. Now it's just time for somebody else to step into those shoes. Not that anybody could ever do it, because nobody's gonna have that kind of longevity. Like they just don't make athletes like that anymore. They don't make athletes that do longevity like that anymore. The game's not even set up that way. But it took me a while. Tom was a hard sell for me. It took me a while to really admit that he was good. Like it took me till last year to admit that he was good. Yeah. No, I'm a Ravens fan, so I got tired of seeing him lingering around.
That's so unfortunate.
Wow.
Isn't it?
You judge me.
Well, my team beat him in the Super Bowl, so I'm happy. Goodbye, Tom. Eagles fan, so I don't care.
I'm going to support a fellow PA team only in this brief moment because we got beef too. But yeah, with Didi. Like, yeah.
It's over. Like, goodbye. Yeah. Time for him to go.
Yeah.
It's time to now go. Tampa will be back to being mediocre. Below average.
Oh, y'all didn't think that was funny?
For so long too. No, they was for so long.
Y'all didn't think that was okay.
I lived there for 4 years, so they waited till I left.
I lived there for 5. I lived there for 5. They was mad mediocre. I can't even remember the quarterback they had when I was living down there.
Me either.
No, that's what Chris Sims was down there for a couple of seasons. I seen Chris Sims. Like he was down there for a couple of seasons. Legendary Chris Sims. All right.
You tried it.
I did.
So what did y'all think about the games this weekend?
I mean, this year's playoffs has been the best playoffs I've seen in a very long time. Like, period. Like, all the games are tight, coming down to the wire. It's crazy. I'm so disappointed in Kansas City. I'll say that because the way they lost, going up 21-3, and only scored 3 points from in the second half. And so, yeah, that was horrible. But hey, man, Joe Burrow is the truth. He's showing that he belongs. So big ups to him. Cincinnati looking real good. They got a shot. I think they got a shot to beat the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win, but I think they got a shot. And 49ers, man, they play big boy. I mean, who expected the 49ers to even get this far? So, big ups to them that they even made it this far. And that boy Debo Samuels is a beast. Man. That's next level. Like when it comes to, I guess, this whole division where they say athlete, like he's the epiphany of that. Like, boy can play anywhere on the field. Like it's not even a question. It's crazy. Hadn't really seen that type of skill set in a long time in a player.
He got Madden speed. That dude's so fast, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
And he'll truck you. So it's
Do y'all remember me saying last week that this was going to be a Super Bowl that nobody cared about? Kind of like the did I say it? I said it last week.
You did.
I said this is a no-win. This isn't a win for the fans. Like we're getting a LA Rams Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The halftime show is going to be the highlight of the game. Whoever wins it, nobody's going to care except for the cities of those teams.
I'm here
And
for it.
I kind of want Cincinnati to get it because they don't have anything going on. They don't.
Whoa,
Have you ever been to
That's
Cincinnati?
a great reason to get it. All right.
They don't have nothing going on. Like they need something. Seriously. So
Yeah, but what is Cincinnati known for?
the
I
Bengals
don't know.
and the Reds.
Okay.
Not being Cleveland. Not being Columbus, Ohio. Like seriously, Cincinnati has nothing going on.
Can't. I cannot.
They don't have anything going on.
They don't. That's sad. Aw.
I was really trying to find something too. I was thinking like, what do they have? And it's giving me nothing.
Nothing. Poor guy.
At all.
That's a shame.
Y'all having a Super Bowl party? Who having a Super Bowl party?
No, wings cost too much.
No, I'm not. Because like you said, it's one that nobody cares about. Why would I have a party for that? Who cares? I just want to see Mary J perform. Like I'm going for the halftime show.
Please. I
Like,
want to
I'm
see
going
the
to see Mary
dance.
J.
I want to see the dance.
You want to see who?
I can't even look at her like Mary J. singing no more because of power.
Oh, okay.
You crazy. Mary J will always be Mary J. We don't care what she play on TV. You crazy.
Yo, I love Mary J. Her acting range is so. You ever see her Umbrella Academy? She's the same person she is on Power.
That's
She's
fine.
I love
she really
it.
was. I seen Umbrella Academy.
I love it. Her acting, she was that same. I'm not having it hood girl voice. Like that's it. That's all it was.
What she get casted for?
She do right. She's an assassin in Umbrella Academy. I'll take it though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do Mary like that.
I love Mary. Don't get it twisted. Like you know what I'm saying. She's yeah.
Well, do you love Whoopi?
You know, Jumpin' Jack Flash was one of the first movies that I ever like sat down and like really watched and tried to understand. So yeah, no, I like Whoopi Goldberg a lot. I really do.
What do you think about her comments today about the or yesterday, whenever it was about the Holocaust?
Well, you got to know that whenever you say anything about
Hold
Jews,
up, y'all.
go ahead,
Catch me up.
Jada.
What she say? Because I missed this. Hold up.
So she said something along the lines of the Holocaust didn't have anything to do with race. It had everything to do with humanity, a man being inhumane to another man or some shit like that.
She said it had nothing to do with race, like
it had nothing to do with racism or race.
Right, like, but I'm shocked. Like, wait, what, girl? Because being Jewish is both a religion and a race. And how did it essentially persecuted Jews?
So she came back and apologized to that because I think she got a lot of backlash. So
I think we need to learn race, ethnicity, you know what I mean, religion, all of those things, because what she said wasn't wrong, but they kept stepping on her so hard that she couldn't really explain it either. Yes. So I think that was the tough part. But like, yeah, you have two white men, you know, Jews are white. So typically we're talking white Jews.
Talking about the Holocaust.
The Holocaust. Right.
I got you.
Right, exactly.
White Jews, right?
Right. In Europe.
And so it wasn't really it's not about race. It's not. So because it's white on white. So yeah. Good night.
Oh.
There you go. Watch your foot. There you go.
And see, I don't know what the context was prior to her saying
right,
that. Like,
me either. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. And what the comparison was. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it was about black and white racism and that white supremacy in that aspect compared to the Holocaust and being compared to some. I don't know.
Well, either way, it still makes it the same because Hitler saw Jews. He literally called them rats. Like he referred to them as animal, like the lowest of the low of animals. He referred to them as, and he saw the Aryan race as the dominant race. Like that was his whole ideology from Mein Kampf and his whole mindset about the Aryan race versus everybody else. So it's like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they're not Aryans, but they're still white. So that's why I said you got to understand the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's just like saying,
she said about
okay.
That's what I was saying, right? Because I was going to say, but Jewish people, from what I learned in school, and I actually work for an Israeli company. Go figure. But they are both a religion and a race, even though it is white within that race, like you said, because I work for white Israelis. So
race is based off of your color,
right?
Not your religion, not your culture. It's based off of your color. Period. That's it. That's what your race is.
So that's what she was trying to say.
Right.
Okay. So that's the backstory.
But most people don't know that. But most people don't know the difference. Hell, Adrian, you just taught me that this year. Like literally.
Because that's why it's like saying someone black in America and someone black in the UK are different, different races. No, we're the same race. Culturally, we're different, but we're still the same race. That's why you have Pan-Africanism, because it's all black people, but just different cultures. And we all subscribe to one race. Different cultures, but one race.
But if we want to be honest, though, black people, and I want to say this carefully because I don't want to jump out the window, but to be honest with you, like I feel like black people have a I think the problem some people have what Whoopi said was the fact that sometimes black people, we have a hard time identifying somebody else's turmoil that they went through because of everything we've been through and continue to go through. It's kind of hard for us to feel bad for Jews at this point because they run Hollywood, they run the banking industry. They are definitely part of that upper 1%. If you look in Brooklyn right now, half of it is owned by Jews. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh man, yeah, that's horrible what happened to them. I think they kind of came out on the other side of that.
Right.
All right. So it's kind of the struggle to see that and move past the present to see how horrible their past was. Because I've even had conversations with black people about the Holocaust, and they're like, yeah, but what about what we went through? We're not dismissing our own struggle by acknowledging somebody else's. That's why nowadays we say black and brown people. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we just took a step back and just allow her to have her words, but on that show, you're not gonna have your words.
Right. That's it.
I need to see it for more context. And I need to do some more research.
Daniel, race, look it up, brother. Like, I need people to do it. Look it up. I don't care what you think, what you say. Look up the definition of what race is. It's all about your color. It's not about anything else. Culturally, that's what I'm saying. Your ethnicity, your culture, that's what that's about. It's totally different. We're still one. Now, what you identify as your culture is what's different. And that's what makes, I guess, African Americans versus West Indians, have this situation going on. It's not your race because you're the same race. It's your ethnicity. It's your background. It's your culture that makes you, quote unquote, different.
Well, let me say this about his comment. Something being monolithic is not based on appearance. It's based on what you perceive that thing to be. It's like same across the board. Like me and Adrian, both black men. Okay, well, we gotta both like chicken. We gotta both whatever you want to start. That's what monolithic. That's what that application means. Even though I'm pretty sure we both like chicken. That was a horrible example. But
most people like chicken.
That's true.
Right. I would say that ain't even a black thing. That's just people in general.
That's just a people thing.
Expensive now.
Hello.
Yo,
you gonna keep saying that? When? What happened to you?
Look at the price from chicken last year till now. It's ridiculous.
See?
Sorry.
Damn Joe Biden, man. Should have voted for Trump. Never mind. Forget it.
You see me like
Trump would have had them chicken prices down.
Gas prices down. Everything.
Everything.
You know what? Listen, I don't even want to talk about this. I don't even want to talk about y'all president. He will never. Y'all will never hear me say his name.
I don't be bragging to us in this.
But Wayne, you mentioned
you
that
voted for him.
Oh God.
Trump.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
Look. He want his lick back. Adrian tried to get his lick back just now.
Don't go. Don't do it.
All right, I ain't finished.
No, you voted for the other guy, didn't you?
Are you being in a voting booth with me?
He's petty.
Oh.
I'm asking you. You voted.
I'm
you
not
voted for your.
Oh,
Why not?
That's a private matter. She don't have to tell you.
You voted for your president, right? You voted for him. You a black woman.
I voted in the presidential election, yes. But who I voted for is not your business, right? Because if it was everybody's
you voted for,
it wouldn't be a booth, right? If it was everybody's business, it wouldn't be a booth for us to vote in.
9% of you guys voted for him. So
don't say you guys because you don't know. But do you know which way I voted? No, because I didn't tell you, and I'm not telling you. Right, I'm telling you. I'm not answering because it's not. Is it your business? I'm saying it's not your business because when you vote, you go into a box that is private for who you vote for, right?
Like
who you vote for?
Private box is cool.
He don't vote. That's why I said don't
even
go.
Hello.
Don't even go in there with him.
I literally just said he tried to get his lick back now.
I didn't vote for you. I didn't vote for your president.
Okay, but Didi, you don't know who I voted for either.
Get some order in this, Didi.
I was trying to respond to
and you know what they say about assumptions? When you assume, you make an ass out of you. And I never answered your question, and I'm not.
I just know 99.9% of y'all voted for y'all president. So
Jada, let him have it.
I like
you the other 0.1% that didn't.
Jada, let him have it. He's not gonna stop talking.
No, I'm not answering. Honey, fun background about me, honey. I went to law school. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. So we can go all night. Whoa.
Hey, Beyonce reference.
Okay.
I wanted to address your comment about Black people, people thinking that Black people can't be sympathetic or empathetic about other people's plights. Mm-hmm. And I want to say the reason may be because everybody else has been compensated for their plights. Well, Black people have not been, we're still being dragged through the mud for hours. So that may be a reason why we can't be all
that's true.
That is true. They went through.
That's true.
I mean, y'all president just broke off. You know, I ain't gonna do it to you.
But that is true. Everyone else has been compensated for it.
Hold up.
For us, it's just to get
Asian,
people to even
Middle
acknowledge
Easterners.
Yep.
Everybody.
And they're still making us prove that it happened. Like we're literally everyone else. It was like, oh, it happened. They acknowledged it. That's it. Us, it's like, well, I don't really know.
The biggest problem is because we can't come together and agree on anything as a group of people. We are so divided all the time that we can't even come to an agreement on what the reparations should be. So how do we ask for something? We don't have anybody that's at the head, that's in charge to go and present this package to say this is what we want.
You remember how you hit me with the PTSD, post-traumatic slavery disorder last week, and I like that because it made me think about a lot of things. That's why
I like this PTSD acronym.
One of our
book.
Oh, is it?
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Huh. But the reason that made me kind of run the wheels on another topic that we have is the fact that we can't become unified hardly ever where are we getting that direction from?
But they won't even let us. We tried that a few times.
Well, yeah.
We're Black leaders.
We set that shit on fire because that we are the biggest threat to any society because we are so strong, but we can't. Every time we try, they burn it down.
Literally and metaphorically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now within we burn each other down. So because we just can't get right. We just can't get right. But I think Whoopi, like you said, if she was able to voice what she was really trying to get out without them just like they kind of attacked her, like she couldn't get it out. It was just like, man, forget it. Then she had to come back the next day and try to fix it. Where it's like, that's not even what she was really trying to say. Right. But and on her platform, she got to go all the way in with apologies because that's just
right. So for y'all that's seen it though, because I haven't seen it, and I'm gonna go back and look at it when we finish. But so basically, it's not what she said; it's basically how she said it. But she didn't get a chance to say it because everyone jumped on her. Because the minute they heard Holocaust, all ears shut off. They started listening to respond and not to understand what she was saying.
Mm-hmm. Once she said it wasn't about race, they lost it.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's weird because that panel's pretty much all white, and for them to lose their entire mind over something being, it's like what it was too about, man, y'all white. If y'all get out of here with all that.
Right before Black History Month. Really?
Oh no, man. No, I personally don't see how Whoopi even does it with that show. Like I couldn't, like, just watching clips from it.
But then Meghan McCain got on there and I just couldn't take it. She used to.
That's kind of when I stopped watching too, Meghan McCain.
Oh, she is. Now she gone. I just can't watch it. I can't watch it. So, but so we're gonna go to another topic that has really caused a huge uproar on the interwebs, that's what they call it, this week. Another trending topic. Nick Cannon has announced the birth of the gender of his 8th child is on the way.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about talking about Abraham because He doing a lot. He doing a lot. Well, he got to do it. He got the means to do it. And by all means, if you got the means to do it, that's your business. I'm more concerned from the health standpoint of it, because that's a lot of women. It's 8 with 8 different people. But that's that's his health. If he want to, I'm guessing they getting tested. I don't know what they doing, but
I had a lot that I wanted to address before he made this video yesterday with Angela Yee. I'm still going to address some of it. But before I saw the video he did with Angela Yee, I was disturbed by the amount of men who found this to be okay because of his money. Coming from a child of a dad who has 8 children by 7 different women and who had a lot of money, I don't give a shit about your money. Kids don't care about that. Where are you? I don't care how many jets he got. He's only one person. It's impossible for you to be there for all of us.
It's the family structure piece.
It's impossible. Most of the babies were born around the same time. So when the birthdays come, recitals, games, graduations, prom, how are you going to get there to all of these events?
Shit, that would be hard with just one woman.
Right. So like the fact that people are using money as the barometer and the standard for the ability or the approval of this is mind-boggling to me. Because somebody got money, and then the fact that they're saying, oh, well, they kids as long as the mom. No, these kids got to come into society with the rest of us. And then we continue to ask these questions. What's wrong with this generation? That is what's wrong with this generation. When you decide to make that a standard, it's going to leak down. He has a platform that people listen to. And if they say that this is okay, people will start to emulate this. It's not okay to continue to make babies with several different women and think it's okay. This shit
but people already emulate that now, though. People already emulate
that. That's what I actually said that. I said,
you know what it is, Didi? Oh, go ahead.
I said if it was a dude in the hood with no money, y'all drag the shit out of him. But because he got money, okay? That's crazy. It's not okay. Now, fast forward to the interview he did with Angela Yee. And she was asking him the hard questions. He actually said that he was embarrassed to even talk about this new baby coming. He talked to his therapist. His therapist recommended that he go and be celibate. Because this baby, I guess, was conceived a little bit over 5 months ago. His last baby just died in December. And he didn't even know how to make the announcement because of that sensitive subject. So he had been celibate after the girl found out she was pregnant. He said he realized that he was out of control. And that's what made him go celibate. So the fact that he realized he was out of control and these other men out here justifying that what he was doing was okay, he was living in his truth. No, he was no human being is sleeping with people this recklessly and there's nothing wrong internally. It's not normal behavior. Something is wrong and he needs to deal with it. And I'm glad he realized it. He got the help and he's trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, he had mentioned something a few months ago, because we talked about this on my podcast too. He had mentioned something to the effect about his illness impacting him and wanting to leave a legacy. But I agree with you to the 8 people. But going back to the point of money, I think what it is about money, because I mentioned money too. I think what it is that these aren't children that are going to be in the system per se. But from the moral standpoint, 200% on board with you. You cannot reasonably raise 8 kids that far spaced out. It's hard to do it under one roof. I grew up, my mom and dad, it was 3 of us and it was hard. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad was 3 of us, 2 brothers and me. And it was hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't imagine 8, what it would be like. And parents, the time is what matters. Like you said, because my dad didn't have a lot of money. Like he didn't. But what I can say is my dad had time. Always had time. Like my dad could make some shit shake. That's one thing he could do. And I was happy for that. But at the same time, what Nick can, I think, is more of a, okay, these kids won't end up in the system traumatized. But on the other side, we do got to think about these people do really have to come and be in society with us. Like they have to be in society with us. And it's going to be things like daddy issues. Like seeing your dad on a FaceTime call is not a relationship. I mean, it's a method of communication. It's not the same as your dad hugging you and kissing you and telling you he loves you and going to the park with you, playing Barbies, makeup, like that kind of thing. Like that's a lot. And then he did just lose a child. And I definitely understand his embarrassment because I got secondhand embarrassment. Not gonna hold you. But I was like, oh, 8. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yo, yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mhm.
I'm tired of people saying that just because you have money that it justifies you having 8 kids, 9 kids, 10 kids, all these different kids with all these different baby mamas. And like you said, I mean, this guy having like every few months we hear that he got a baby on the way. So it's just kind of like,
yes,
like, yo, how do you have time to really spend with your kids? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you could take care of them financially, but like to really teach them and raise them, how are you going to be able to do that, especially with different parents, right? So you're going to have to be in different places at different times, and somebody's going to lack, right? We're not talking about 8 kids with one wife. Like, no, one woman, because he ain't got no wife.
Or one state.
Right. They are all over the place. So how are you going to be there? It's just, they're going to know, oh, my dad's Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? But as far as that love and growing and growth, like with your children, like it's not going to be there. You're just going to be financially there. And it doesn't look like he's going to stop no time soon. So let's be clear. Like, even with that, like, he's not going to stop. He's going to keep having kids. He's probably going to have about 4 or 5 more. Unless he does
men are so opposed to vasectomy.
Who? Like, I don't.
Not all men. I'm not saying a blanket all men, but a lot of men are like so opposed to vasectomies. Like, yo, get a vasectomy. And then what Tiffany said about him, what makes him different from Future, and it doesn't. The only thing is Nick Cannon is friendlier, or appears to be friendlier, because
Future was in relationships with the damn people.
Right.
We don't even. It'd be like Nick Cannon got another woman pregnant. You like, he in a relationship? Like, well, but
he
clearly,
even said it on his talk show. He said, another mother. I have another mother of a child. He didn't even call her girlfriend another mother of a child. Like,
right.
And so it's like, bro, you just be skeeting and jump offs, like, or chicks you just having weekend rounds with, like, you. I guess hey,
that's why the health matters. Like, who's getting tested? Like, we got to think about outside of the kids. This is like a health thing. Like, yo, you hitting her off. She hit everybody that she slept with. You slept with everybody he slept with. She slept with. Like, yo, there's a lot going on here, and then there's babies involved. So if you contract something, you could potentially pass it to this unborn child too. Like, there's a lot happening right here that I'm sure they're not going to tell us about. It's their personal health information, right? But
somebody asked Angelique Yee asked him, do the mothers get along? And how does that work? And he was like, it's not their responsibility to get along, because I've had babies with them. As long as they let me get my babies and they can be together. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he said, long as they get along with him, then everything's cool. They don't have to get along, long as he, the mothers get along with him, just him.
And they're all siblings.
This bitch said death row records. I'm done.
Okay.
all the baby showers, all the pictures, all the recitals.
Now I would imagine the women would need to get along to some extent, because your kids are siblings.
Yeah. Right. When are they going to be able to hang together?
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Some of them in the same city though. That's a good thing, because where do they live? Where are their geographic?
So they don't all live in the same city.
Yeah.
But here's the part that most people overlook when they're discussing this. The same traumas that fatherless children endure in the hood, the traumas, not the circumstances, the traumas involved are the same traumas somebody with money has to endure, only they have access to things to self-heal. So those kids are probably going to be worse off, because if you have a fatherless child in the hood, they heard that story before, they done seen it happen, they learn how to cope. Nobody should learn how to cope with trauma, but we do, because we're a resilient people. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you got people with money who going through trauma, they turn to drugs, everything else under the sun that they have access to heal that, and they wind up worse. Sometimes wind up dead early.
Yep.
At worst case scenario, the fatherless child in the hood end up jailed or become a single mom themselves. The common case scenario, they just learn to deal and become better in that department because of what they endured. So it's like people really need to like open their minds up about like, and I hear you about the money because I mean that's my initial thought as well. But being in the mental health field, I really realized that money don't heal trauma at all.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
It enhances
like, what we're all saying,
it.
money don't matter for real. Money don't matter. It's the same trauma regardless. The only thing right now where money's gonna make a difference is like you said, he can probably get drugs and stuff faster or self medicating faster and easier than someone who might have less finances, and maybe he can pay for daycare a little easier. But other than that, it's looking bad. It's looking. I mean, 8 kids is just a lot. Even if it was with one woman, like that's a lot in this day and age. This is not the like 19, like what 40s, 50s, 60s, even. This is not our grandparents' time to have 8 kids like that. Like that's wild.
And the fact that he's passing down that disease that he has really bothers me. You know you have an autoimmune disease, and you know it's a possibility that you can pass it down to your kids. That really bothers me. Like, stop.
I mean, but I'm with you, Didi. I'm with you guys. Like, there's no difference between him and Future except that he's nice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He has a nicer way of putting it. Future disses women, and Nick Cannon doesn't. But he's still moving. Ultimately, the same.
He was actually on his talk show. He had a whiteboard up, and he had the audience helping him pick out baby names. I said, I'm done. Just can't.
Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I feel like it's something, because think about it. It's not like he's been having kids forever. Like well, you know, once he got married to Mariah, he started having kids. Once they split,
Mariah hurt that man.
But that's how you everywhere. You're like,
most people, that's how they do. That is how they heal. Especially men. They go out and just sleep with a whole bunch of women.
That's exactly how you do it.
But
okay, that makes sense.
With no strap?
Yeah. Reckless behavior. Most men
with no strap.
When you reckless, you ain't got time to be. Hold on, let's be safe. When you reckless, my guy. Like seriously.
Well, how long do you need
somebody who just think about
how long
the guys
do you need to be reckless? We talking about he been reckless for like the last 10 years.
But think about
I think of that too. Like it's been like a decade. Like, it's time for the couch.
Keep making babies. They just keep having babies over and over and over in the hood. They hurt and they don't know how to heal that. His therapist just told him to be celibate. Bitch, what you been telling him to do?
Right. And I'm wondering how it's like I'm thinking like you have a kid, you get depressed, then you have another one, you're depressed again because now you're depressed because you said it, like how he said he was embarrassed. Like that's a feeling and emotion too that's tied into something. And then if he's wilding like that and his place of happiness is through the sex, he's probably having sex with somebody now.
Right. Because Angela Lee asked him, she said, "Are you still celibate?" He said no. I'm like, Jesus,
give it a couple months. Nick Cannon welcomes his 12th. But if you think about it, he never takes a break. Think about how much he works. He was a host on a show. He's a host on another show. He hosted this show. You know, he runs a company. He's just he's all over the place. Yeah. He never has a chance to stop and truly reflect.
Another nail in the coffin of why it is going to harm these kids. Pretty soon we're going to commercial. Have you or loved one been harmed by Nick Cannon? Call us now at 800-777. Like, are you or loved one a descendant of Nick Cannon? You may be entitled.
Because everybody was trying to come up
with the mesothelioma voice.
They was trying to come up with a reasoning. Oh, he got a plan. No, he said it yesterday. No, I'm just out of control. I'm like, reckless sexual behavior has no reasoning.
No.
If you're trying to be like king-like, you would have them all in one house and it'd be contained. Then everybody would be in agreement and they would be in that area, and that's just y'all thing.
Not Didi saying a Nick Cannon compound. Like, listen, that's
what it would be like.
Bring the kids.
The polyamorous palace.
The polyamorous palace.
That's what it would be. But no, I'm like, nah, this don't. The way my textbook read, I have a master's degree in psychology. This is reckless, promiscuous behavior from somebody that's hurt, broken, and misled and misguided, and he needs some help right now. Just saying. It was textbook. He finally said it. But I'm glad he's getting help. At least I hope.
Where his influence is at though?
If another baby pop up, we gonna go hunt down this goddamn therapist and get her license revoked.
Who is
She is failing.
Who is he talking to? You know, Future, Diddy, you know, all these cats, you know.
See, Shorty Low knew what to do. I ain't even mad. If that's what y'all agree on and y'all got that thing together, live y'all best life. But what Nick Cannon is doing is out of control.
We reporting this therapist to the board, so no,
She got to go.
Okay.
Get her
Yeah,
license.
we're going.
Yeah,
Do some paperwork.
because that mental health thing is serious, y'all. It's serious.
No, for real, it is.
Serious.
And he plays his life out so publicly that you don't never really have a chance to process when you play your life out publicly, because like there's so many different steps to your thought process that you can't get all out by sitting at a desk and having people clap for you and all this other stuff. Like that's not proper processing. Like
Right.
it just isn't.
Because I don't even think he really ever processed that whole. Remember when he had to apologize because he made
Yeah. When he said that, yeah, I do.
What did he do?
That.
He made a comment about Jewish people.
Mm-hmm. They said it was anti-Semitic. He lost a lot of contracts and endorsements, and then he got fired from, what was it, Dancing with the
He
Stars?
got fired from Wild Out, and then they finally gave it back.
Sorry, I said Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
He got fired. No, he got fired from they
Was it Masked Singer?
He got fired from America's Got Talent.
That's it. America's Got. I was gonna say I knew it was another
He
show.
got fired off the network for Wild Out too, but he was like, that's why he had to go back and fight for that to get back on it.
Yeah. And he made a public apology and everything.
Yeah. He had to go like talk to some Jewish people to get educated. When has a white man ever sat down and got educated on anyway? Yeah.
That's why he started wearing the turban.
No, he's already wearing that turban.
Oh, all right. Like I thought it was, I thought it was a gesture. Like,
I don't know. He's been wearing that. I think as soon as he had found out about his disease, he automatically started wearing it. I think it was something related to that. Why he started wearing it? Didn't he have hair loss or something? I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I don't see nobody losing their hair these days except for me. So everybody got the.
All these men out here getting these hair weaves, these fake things put on, boy, bye.
You say I was thought a woman was too stunned to speak because these men out here getting the same lace fronts we getting. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I do it too. Go ahead, boo. Do you? Make sure it's quality. Don't come here with that synthetic and it look cheap and raggedy. Just keep it together. Is all I ask.
Don't come with no whole head full of locks and you just had a fade last week.
No, not a whole head full of locks.
Don't do it.
Looking like Mekhi Phifer from 8 Mile when he had.
I was thinking more like the little Caesar ones. You know the little Caesar little toupee piece. Them is cute. Like put that on. Put your little hat on. Your little Caesar hat. Like it's cute. The locks that
I'm not gonna, Erica. I'm not gonna get a lace front. You know what I'm saying? The baldy. I get the baldy's appreciated. You know what I'm saying? The baldy is appreciated.
They cool.
Yeah.
You said what? With hair.
I'm not. I swear I'm not.
I'm logging off.
I'm too thorough for that. I can't even do it. Because there's nothing I'd be able to say.
Get out of here.
Look. First of all, I would have to like unfriend Adrian on everything. Like
yo. Nah, but do you see guys? Because I'd be like, yo, you know, I'm like, hold up now. You had like a baby fro like 3 months ago, and now you got full out braids, and not only that, you got a bun like I do. So I have to go back and look at some guys' pictures, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he got some extensions put in his hair. Like I don't know why guys put
it's the research. I had to go back a few months. Yo, y'all, but do they Beijing it though? Like how do it get dark? Like I only feel like when I'm like, are they Beijing like because you know like women like y'all see I got bundles. I dyed my bundles, right? I dyed them. These were like platinum blonde bundles, and I dyed them this color that they are, right? So I'm like, are the men like Beijinging and Dan like
they have like my boyfriend's cousin does it. They have like hair fibers that they put that make it look black. They actually look like
they got like it sticks to your follicles in your hair
like
to make it look fuller and thicker.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a little microlink situation where it's looking a little natural. I mean, like it's a little. I'm like, okay, they it's quality.
It's crazy,
like, it
man.
ain't like when weaves first started coming out, there's a little rough. We had to like master the game and get to some quality.
Hey, men say, look, y'all can't be the only one out
struggling.
here hair fishing. They out here hair fishing too. So
I be seeing some dudes like I be watching the little barber videos where like you get a guy, he got the scraggly beard and like his hair missing and all that. Next thing you know, then they got this little pen marker for the top, so it's mad sharp. And then they spray this spray that make your hair bush up, and it's crazy. Like I'm cool. If I can't get it on my own, I don't want it.
It's some of these men need it though, because them beards that don't connect is like really a hurt piece. I ain't gonna hold you.
Let that shit go.
It's a what?
Like,
what is it called?
It's a hurt piece.
What you call it?
It's a hurt piece.
It's a hurt piece.
Like, yo, you see a man with a nice lush full beard, he turned to the side and it's not connected. You like, no. And I ain't judging. Fill it in. Yo, that's what filler is, man. Fill that in. The way women
that's like not having no edges.
Okay. That's like not. Oh,
dang! Now.
That's how y'all look at it. Ooh, that's bad.
I see edges at the hair store, y'all. I see that's bad. Like, okay, they got edges now. I see y'all.
So if your beard don't connect, it's like not having no edges. Ugh.
Right,
brothers.
Right.
Y'all hear that?
Erica said they need some more.
Okay, she said they need to eat more if it don't connect.
Need to eat more.
Wait,
Erica, get out of here.
Oh,
get out of here, Erica.
Girl,
get out of here, Erica. Erica. You in timeout right now. You in the corner.
Never mind, forget it.
You in the corner.
Look,
so you telling me that's how
our next topic because it's y'all being funny and this is a series.
That's how is that how mine connected? That's how mine grew from.
Adrian, I might never mind. You do look like a pleaser. You don't look selfish, brother. So you might have.
Is it? It's all your beard, no lace.
No, he King Leonidas. He King Leonidas. And
it connects.
It connects all hair.
And he got hair.
The beard is prosperous. The beard is prosperous.
Where Debbie at?
Prosperous. That's the word I should have used.
Yes, prosperous. It's a prosperous beard.
There we go.
Them ones that ain't connected, man, they hurt. It's like y'all need some blue bergamot on. Remember how when your edges used to be coming out and your nan put a little blue bergamot on it? Yeah, put a little bergamot on that disconnect. And then it's gonna go. That and a little satin, little beard bonnet. What?
Oh my god.
Beard will fill out.
I don't do none of that.
Thank you. You're weighing like I might go get one of them.
I never done any of that. So I have a system.
What's bergamot?
Of course, I wash it and I got balm and I got oil, but like I don't put no. You said a beard bonnet and I ain't doing none of that.
Bergamot is
see like a little beard bonnet. Yeah, bergamot is serious old school hair grease. It's tried and true.
I don't know nothing about that either. Mm-hmm. I'm good.
It's old school.
What you was using? Blue Magic?
If you want to clog up your pores, put some bergamot.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what Blue Magic is.
I use something else. I can't even remember now because I feel like I done had hair for so long. I forgot what to use.
No, I be like that. Sometimes you don't know the name, but you know the bottle when you see it. You know when you're in the store, like, no, it's this. Then you like,
it was some kind of wave stuff. I can't remember. Yeah, don't give me the lie.
Not Dax.
No, I don't even know.
That stuff smells horrible. Yuck.
Y'all, my dad used to use Dax. He used to use Dax and do
I don't even know what that is.
Water.
Yo, my dad used to use Dax in the water.
My mom used to hot comb her hair every Sunday, and like when she hot combed, she would box braid it, and in between. That Dax, you can't mistake it. It smells like salami, or it smells like some sort of party.
Your mom used to use Dax.
Yeah, plus this, she braided it.
It waved you up.
It was brown. No, she did it to moisturize her scalp because she would hot comb her hair every Sunday, and in between the spaces, like when you box braid, to keep your scalp healthy. Yeah, word. Metal top, brown colored.
Yeah, we know what you're talking. We know what it is.
Word. Yeah.
I mean, it do slick down too. It was the original edge control. I mean, kept my dad's hair laid down. My dad used to use Dax. Oh, it smells so bad. I used to hate it.
I don't even know what that is.
Man, don't even look it up. It ain't even worth it. It's old school too.
Hey, I think your money train. Your answer's right below you. Erica said you need to eat more if it doesn't connect or grow. I'm sorry. I love y'all.
No, wait.
Hey, eat more, and that'll make it connect and grow. That's what they say. The flavor taster. Right there. That flavor taster. So I learned that from the old school, right? That flavor taster. I'm like, flavor taster, yeah, because You know,
Flavor
after you
saver,
ate
yeah.
it, you know, you want to taste the flavor again. You know, you get it right there. Flavor taste. Hey, stop playing. Eat more what?
You know
already
what?
know. Stop playing. Stop playing. You know.
Does anybody want to answer that?
No,
question
I'm
for us in the
recognizing that this
comments?
show was a setup. Wayne, you said y'all worked like crazy, but yeah, y'all really crazy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the next topic.
Well, why? We haven't found out what we need to eat more of, Dee. Never mind. Go ahead. Forget it.
What you need to eat more of. This what you do. Lick the inside of your jaw like this. And the equivalent to that, that's what you need to eat. There you go.
She held her breath. She said.
That right there. Because it feels exactly the same.
That's how it does. It definitely
I'm
does feel
lost.
like that too.
Yeah.
It definitely do feel like that too.
You know what y'all talking about.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. Never mind. Go ahead.
I want to go to the next topic, but it's a serious topic, and y'all talking about eating.
All right.
More.
And okay. We ready.
Because
He said and scene.
Y'all really are crazy. I'm sitting here like, oh wow, this is okay. You know what? No, not the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
because the title of the show.
I don't do
is
that.
about mental health.
Boy.
The title of the show is about mental health, and all of y'all mental health is shut out.
What you mean you don't do that?
This is a great title for this episode.
And he mean it too, because he didn't put I don't. He said, I don't. I heard it. He said, I don't do that.
Okay.
No, Erica, misbehave, because it ain't gonna
Shout out
be
to Erica for getting all this started. Shout out to Erica.
That's a fact.
This is inappropriate.
I'm surprised Power Ranger. You know what? Forget it.
You shush.
Oh,
Okay,
so
let's go.
mental health is an issue. And, you know, I always clown my nephew because he's like, oh, our generation got it so bad. We got so much pressure on us. Y'all don't understand. And I'm like, pressure? What are you? Just turn off your phone. What pressure? That's why you got to log off. Like, y'all let the smallest things get to y'all. And just like, I don't understand. And so
You're trying to be funny.
See, I can't even get to the damn topic. So I just wanted to highlight real fast because it was two really shocking, I want to say, deaths that hit the airwaves today. Where Chelsie Kryst, she was Miss USA 2019. She represented North Carolina. She actually jumped off of a New York high rise the other day, which is insane. She was like a huge news broadcaster. She was a very successful young lady.
She's an attorney.
Yeah, she was an attorney. She was just very successful. But just to see that somebody that looks like that, like people that look like they have it all together, may not have it all together, y'all. Like, we got to start checking on people. Like, folks think that something that looks perfect is perfect. And that's not always the case. Also had, which I think they just reported today, he was 31 years old. He played on Moses Mosley, apparent suicide. He passed away as well. So these young folks are struggling. Regardless of if my generation, whoever generation, however old you are, if you're older than 31, regardless of how you think they are coping with things or adjusting to things, they do not know how to handle things the way we do. And it has to be some type of way to figure out how to help them because they don't know how to turn it off. They don't know how to log off. They don't know how to take the criticism. Social media is a breeding ground for people to drag you. If you're looking for validation, that ain't the place to go. People are sitting behind their keyboards, looking dusty, busted, and disgusted, waiting to drag you because they are losers and they are nothing. So if you're taking what they're saying seriously, you probably don't need to be on there.
Right.
Because that's just what they're waiting to do. But a lot of
my nieces and nephews are in their teens, and I worry about them because when you're a teenager, you're so fragile. Like when I was a teenager, Like, y'all, I was going through it. Like, normal teenager stuff, image issues, wanting to fit in, but then also wanting to find my own path, wanting to be bothered, not wanting to bother. It's just all over the place. And social media does not help. Like you said, it is not a safe space. And fortunately, I grew up in a time where social media didn't really come into fruition. So I was like a senior, but then I kind of already knew who I was and was kind of really grown into a young woman. And I had a real strong community behind me. Like, it was my aunts, my uncles, my parents, like that kind of thing. But to your point too, Dee, about how people display mental health issues is so different. Like, some people, you can visibly see it. Like, I've had relatives, I could visibly see you're depressed, you're not yourself, you've been everywhere. But then I've had some who life of the party, seem like they're okay, well off, or appear to be by societal standards well off, and seem okay. And then you find out later on, like, yo, you really been messed up. And nobody thought to check on you because you appear to be okay. So we got to get rid of like how we think things are and get rid of that view of, I think what is, people automatically think mental health issues is like super visible. Like, it's just me walking around disheveled, unhappy.
It's the exact opposite.
Right. It can come in all forms. It can be a combo. I've seen both. I'm like, okay, I've seen up relatives. I've seen down. I've been up. I've been down. Like, some of my friends, my co-host checks on us a lot. Like, he's one of those wellness check people. He's always like, yo, how you feeling? One time he hit me up and I was really feeling bad about work. I'm like, yo, I'm over this job. I'm ready to quit. I need to get something lined up. Like, and it was one day I was feeling really bad. And it was the perfect time to check up. But let other people see me. I'm always extroverted. I'm a leader in my company. Like, I'm always just up and on and running. And then I turn off that laptop and I'm like, yo, I need a break. And it's nice to have people check on you. You never know where people are. And I just feel so bad for her family and for her to even get to that point where you feel like this is it.
As somebody, and I never shared this, like, I'm mad transparent, so I really don't even care about sharing it. As somebody who attempted suicide twice, right? You got to really reach a place where you feel like nobody cares about you. Like, because it is just like that. Like, I was life of the party, always in the forefront. But at the end of the day, I wasn't pleased with where my life was. At the time, like, I was popping pills all crazy. So, like, even my mental state was fragile. Like, as together as I tried to keep it, when I went home at night and I looked in that mirror before I went to bed, I was just like, I don't even like this. And when having, and I was crazy because I shared that with, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I share things with her to let her know that there's never anything that she can't discuss. Like, I talk to her in depth. None of our conversations are popcorn. I always make sure I'm finding out where she is. There's nothing more important than me protecting that young woman, especially in her mind, because it's all cerebral. These kids, their entire struggle is cerebral. And to be honest with you, a lot of parents have become so hands-off parents because they think that their kid is stuck in their phone, right? You have to ask yourself, why does your child retreat to their phone? No, parents very rarely, they oh, that's just what kids do nowadays. No, there's a reason that retreat is there. You need to be nosy. Kick that door in, metaphorically, of course, because you don't want to be kicking doors. Kick that door and be like, hey, let me talk to you for a second. Let's go get some iced coffee, whatever. Just get in the car and come on, let's go. Hey, I know this XYZ. What's this all about? 9 times out of 10, they think you don't notice. Mm-hmm. Now they're more apt to speak to you. Mm-hmm. So it's like a lot of these parents need to really nut up and get out of their own world and stop caring so much about COVID and vaccines and what the government is doing before you have and I hate to say it, before you have an unwanted casualty on your hands.
Well, let me ask y'all this, right? Because I'm a millennial, old school millennial, in my 30s. I'm not at 30, like I'm like in my mid 30s range. And I look at some of my friends and how they raise their kids. And I think about how, like I told y'all, when I was like in high school, social media was starting to come into play. And I was on social media when you remember you used to have like on Facebook, you used to have like your college EDU or high school EDU address. Y'all remember that before it was like open to the public? Like when it first came out. Okay, so when Facebook first came out, it was only like intra school. Like you had to be in either a high school or university of some sort. That was it, right? Mm-hmm. And then it opened up to the public and the floodgates opened and everything came in. And I think social media has been both a blessing and a curse to us. But I look at some of my friends, how they raise their kids. They're on social media a lot too. So what do kids do? And what do they always say? Kids mimic what they see. They're watching their parents. They do stuff. I do applaud the parents who do fun things with their kids, like the TikToks and all the interactive stuff. Like they need that, right? But I was wondering if maybe part of the reason they're always on their phones because the parents are always on their phones. Like y'all know I live here in New York. I done seen plenty of times moms with the buggy. They like this. The 8-year-old is like this. Everybody about to walk into the pole. They in my way because I'm late for work today. Move. Like, so I'm wondering if it's an impact of a combo of this is the times that we live in, but also the parents. The parents are always on their phone. And because they're on their phone, the first thing I see a lot of parents do on the train, anywhere, they go like this. They hand them a tablet.
So they don't have to bother with them.
The nails come out the room swiping.
Right. And y'all remember, right. I remember at one point, I don't want to throw my family under the bus, but at one point, my nephew, he was like 4 or 5. You know, he's just starting to learn to read. That boy knew how to pull up YouTube. I'm like, how you don't know how to read? But this is, and I'm looking at my brother like, I mean, my brother's a good parent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad parent. It's showing that there's a point that kids really don't, they just know how to do the functions to get to what they want. Like, no, like real skill behind it. Like I guess it does take skill to get to it pulled up, but I'm just wondering if it's the influence of the parents too. Cause it's just like, here, get on your phone because I'm getting ready to get on mine anyway. So
right. No, I've seen that too.
Different than how our parents raised us.
Yeah, if you don't have it, they can't get it. Like you only have access to what parents give you access to.
Very
true.
Right.
Same way with foods. They only eat what you give them.
Child, I used to remember mom used to put the whole house on dad. I used to hate my mom used to try to go on a dad. Like,
I can guarantee you, Adrian kids don't know nothing about McDonald's.
No, never had it, never will. My son don't ask for no McDonald's.
Yeah. Hello.
My son don't even want. My son don't even really want a burger. My son don't really eat burgers, pizza, none of that stuff. To be honest with you,
based on the parent.
Yeah,
and his mindset is probably his head is probably clear. He's probably not sluggish, functional.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
Oh,
He's a walking bundle of energy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like sometimes you eat that stuff, you feel it. Like when I eat fast food for lunch versus a salad, I could literally feel like I feel sluggish, and I'm sure kids feel sluggish. Like you eating grease, like it weighs you down. I mean, I don't know the science. I'm not a scientist, obviously, but
it's funny though. So I want to go back to what Wayne said because, like, I was on the opposite spectrum, so I try to take my life too. But like the signs for me was so visual for me. I lost weight. I just didn't look the same. I was kind of off in the corner doing my own thing. Like the signs were extremely visible that something was clearly wrong with me. But you know, growing up, you know, I just feel like my family just had too much going on to even pay attention to what I was going through in my life. And so, yeah, man, you definitely got to pay attention, you know, to your kids and what they got going on, what they're doing. And I feel like, especially generation, I'm a millennial too, but I'm, you know, late 30s. So, but I feel like it was kind of one of those things. If you don't say anything, they're not going to say anything. If that makes sense. Like he must be okay because he ain't saying nothing, right? It'll work itself out. I'm gonna pray it out of him. I'm gonna pray on these situations that, you know, everything is good, instead of having that conversation like, what's going on? Why is this happening? What's the problem? It's like, yeah. So that it's kind of weird. It's real weird. Have y'all seen I think it's called Social Experiment on Netflix? And it basically talks about this. That changed like my whole perspective when it comes to social media. Yeah, it is extremely good. You know, because it just shows you the universal happenings of social media and how it just became this big machine that it is now. Right. And then of course, you know how all these executives, we heard them, they won't let their kids get on social media. You know what I'm saying? The people that run these companies don't let their kids get on these things because how damaging it is and how it's basically chasing your likes, how it's chasing what you follow. We already know a lot of this stuff too, right? Where if you search something in your browser and then you go on Instagram, or if you go on Facebook, those ads automatically start popping up on, you know, Facebook. You're like, bro, I ain't come on Facebook to see these ads, you know? So yeah, it's really changing the dynamic. And that's why people get shadow banned with all these followers, because the ads. How are you with, you know, someone like Kevin Hart or all these great people with these crazy amount, you know, The Rock, you know, millions and millions of followers, like ad companies would just pay them, right? So if everyone was able to see all of their people, like, yo, I'm gonna just go to The Rock, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make a deal with The Rock so that way he can post all these things on his social media, you know, so they don't need, you know, Instagram anymore, right? But they shadow ban you so you can only see like a quarter of the people that you have, so it doesn't have that same reach. It just kind of talks about all this different stuff, man, and it's good. If you hadn't checked it out, check it out.
I gotta watch it.
And there's one on HBO Max too, where they just show like where people. It's two of them because that one on Netflix is good. There's one on HBO Max, but it's mostly showing how fraudulent it is. Like that's the deep background of it, and then it shows you the part that be like, yo, this is fake. Like people paying for jets or to make it look like they're. It's a lot behind it. It's expensive. And before y'all move on though, yo, Wayne and Adrian, I'm happy y'all still here, and I'm happy y'all gave y'all testimony because somebody probably needed to hear this today. Straight up.
Yes.
There might be somebody right now going through all of what y'all saying and might not have been feeling it, and y'all opened up and said that. That take a lot of vulnerability. I love to see a vulnerable black man.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Again, happy that y'all are here and that y'all recognize like, yo, there's here, and that y'all could be somebody's voice. So yeah.
Now I take that role really serious just because like I've always like mentored younger people. Like I've always been in that, like since I was 19 years old, I've been mentoring younger people. So it's like, it was always important for me to like learn to be vulnerable because you're not going to reach nobody being closed off.
Tiffany, I love you.
And I do check-ins with my friends. I listen. I stay texting my friends. Yo, you good? Everybody.
You do. You check on me all the time.
That's big sis right there.
You check on me all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like I when I tell people I love my friends, I think people take the word love and they make it monolithic, right? But like when you love your friends, you want the best for them. You don't want no harm to come to them. You want to see them every day. You want to know that they're fine. You want to know that they're well. That's what love is. Like I love my friends. My friends know I love them. So it's like, and not for nothing. Sometimes when you're like that, you might only get 25% of that reciprocated, but sometimes that 25%, that's what keep you above ground instead of under it for real. To be truthful. So,
me and my homegirls tell each other we love each other when we hang up all the time. People are like, I saw each other, y'all like, because love is not just love for a partner. It's love for your relatives, your friends. Your friends become your family or your family. Like, tell people you love them. Like, you never know.
It's crazy because I was just talking about this. For some reason, this generation makes it like a thing to see who cannot like each other the most. I'm like, it's okay to actually like people and love them and show them that you care. Right? Even when they're in relationships, it's like, oh, you did this, you sweating me. I'm supposed to. I like
I'm supposed to love you.
No, because I text back fast. My niece was all like, I was dating this new guy, and my niece was on me. She's like, no, she's all like, on Jada, don't reply yet. And I'm all like, girl, I'm replying. Okay. Like, what do you mean?
Why we gotta play that game?
Hour? Child, I live a real life. By the time an hour go by, I didn't forget to reply to the man at all. Let me reply now while I remember. Like, let me go ahead and send off my text.
I don't understand it. I don't get that I shouldn't like you that much thing. You should.
Or you like them that much, but you're trying to display that you're not. And then it's like, well, he or she is dating somebody else now. And now it's like, oh, they played. They not. No. You played. You actually played. It was you. Because you were waiting 2 hours to respond to text messages. And you shouldn't have been.
Yeah, right. I don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah, me neither. But I also date older, so I don't know.
Look at that.
I do.
Wait, shut up.
Look at this dichotomy we got going on right now.
Older, younger.
See, look, I was.
Now you know y'all don't mature, right? I don't date no younger men because y'all cool, but y'all mature, right? A man that's my age in his mid-30s, in man years is about in his mid-20s. So we just gonna go on ahead and skip up to where's your dad? Like, where's your father? Bring me your dad, and
I'm at the age I can date the daddy or the son.
Hello.
Wayne.
It's the options.
Wayne, where is your daddy at?
He
Yeah, I'm
probably
still
sitting in
going
his
for
love
that.
seat
I ain't even
watching
going for the
Maury
son.
or whatever you watch at night. I don't know what he be watching right now. He's
I'm going straight for the dad. Like, he cool. And I'm mad cool stepmom. Like, I'm not even like,
I'm
wow.
a mad cool stepmom.
Mad cool stepmom. Like, I'm
Hey.
just chilling. Not going to be in y'all way, interfere with y'all relationship.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, listen, listen, I'm a, never mind. A lot of women out here make good stepmom material. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wayne, I could be your stepmom.
But where's your dad? Like, just tell me where your dad is because.
Wayne.
Look, listen. The only time Adrian laughed with his whole torso is when the joke's on me. Adrian get his whole upper body involved in the laugh. But, you know, all right, you still my man, though.
That was funny. That was a good one.
Well, we're going to do one more topic because we got so many, but we're going to do one more. And since we're talking about this sensitive stuff, I want to talk about this. I want this question to be answered by everybody on the panel. If you could give yourself any advice, what advice would you give your younger self? Oh God, Adrian, that's a real evil laugh.
I was laughing at one of these comments.
You saw
that said, for the Cougars. Yeah. I seen that comment that said, "I'm here for the Cougars," and I was laughing like, "Oh no!" But I feel you. I'm listening.
Jesus,
they're a special breed. Let me tell you. You know what I'm saying?
So
like that. No, like women. What you say?
She said, "So our sugar daddies."
You said Cougars is a special breed. I said, "So are sugar daddies."
I don't know if it's the same.
No, bro, Mr. Earl is a whole different.
Mr. Earl, you know what?
What? Earl,
she did it. She did it like it was a metaphor. I feel like there's a real nigga named Earl to live up her street somewhere.
No, but I'm saying Earl is
like
totally different than a Gladys. You know what I'm saying? Like a Gladys is like a cougar kind of situation.
I like sugar babies. Give me Javaris.
You know,
with the apostrophe though, it's not even J-A, it's J apostrophe Varis.
The V is capital though. The V gotta be capital.
Gotta be. Jadon Tavy. Boy, if you don't get, that's mad consonants at the beginning of a name. You better get out of here. What my advice to my younger self would be, it's 3-tiered. Take credit seriously because nobody taught me. So I would need to learn that immediately. Learn it from somebody who knows it. Stop chasing validation. Yeah, stop chasing validation. And love yourself more. I put myself in a lot of bad positions young because I didn't love myself enough. Like I gave off the impression that, yeah, I think but like I said, you go home at night, you know what I'm saying? I didn't let anybody close enough to even know me to love me because I had this persona. You know, I was, and the crazy thing is that didn't start until I left Brooklyn. When I went to school, nobody knew me. So I was like, I'm not gonna let these people know me. Let me just put this front up. Because when I was home, everybody knew who I was. And I was literally the same person, but like heightened. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna put that much of an act up. But just like, I didn't let anybody close enough. I let you believe we was cool, but I didn't love myself. And I was done with money. My relationship with credit was horrible. Like I was just stupid. I was just recklessly living. No strap. That's what reckless looks like, literally. Like it was bad. It was bad. So that's what I would tell myself.
Jada.
I would tell myself mistakes are okay. Like at one of those people, I usually perform really well academically. And I got into my mind that like I had to always be the best. I know that's the thing like in the Black community in general, but I really went through a lot and beat myself up really bad about it. And part of it was a lack of self-esteem because I didn't have self-esteem. I felt like, okay, I'm good at school. So I'm gonna just keep focusing on that. I'm good at school. That's what I'm gonna do. And now I learned that failure would completely derail me. Y'all, straight up, it would completely derail me. So failure's okay because it's not a thing. Failure is not a thing because when you mess up on something, you come back the second time with experience. So is that really a bad thing that you coming in with more experience? It's not a bad thing. Give myself more grace. Definitely extend myself more grace and know that everywhere I'm at, I belong. It took me a really long time to get that. Like where I'm at my job now, I'm a senior manager and I had a lot of imposter syndrome all the way up until like about 2 years ago. I kept being in rooms. I kept saying, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be here. Maybe I'm supposed to be here. Nope, I'm supposed to be there. That's exactly what I'm supposed to be. And I'm there for a reason. And I got to own it. Like, get out my head and really just sit and own the room and understand that you're here for a reason to have an impact. Because usually I'm the only black face too. So I'm always real careful. And that's a lot of weight on me because whatever I say and do is going to shape how they're going to let people who look like me come behind me. So I'm starting to let that ease off me a little bit. So that's what I would tell my younger self. Like, those are the top 3 things.
Man, one, I would definitely tell myself, to live. Live in the moment, enjoy life. I would tell myself to travel. It took me a while to really start traveling just because of what people said, going to different countries, right? Like, oh, the scared mentality that we have going to all these different countries. And so it took me a while to start traveling. And once I started traveling, it was like, I love it, right? So I would definitely tell myself to travel. Get a mentor. I never had a mentor, or a coach until I was in my 30s. And so
Same.
I never was, groomed. You know what I'm saying? I moved and I just knew, kind of like what you were saying, like I had to be the best. I had to work hard. But if I would have had someone to kind of guide me in the proper direction of where I was going, or someone to talk to me, then I think I would have definitely made some, different decisions. I can remember in college, right? Like I was doing computer science and I changed my major. And it wasn't because it was hard. It was because no one looked like me, right? So everybody in the classrooms looked different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I don't want to be the odd man out, in here. So, and I felt like it was just boring. I felt like I couldn't really bond with anybody. And so I changed my major just to find out that I'm still typically the only one in the room, right? And so, but you know what I mean? Just the way I was moving, it was just like, man, I wish I would have had someone that I could have just talked to or helped me out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that, growing up. And so, and not only that, like even the men that were around me, like, to be honest, I looked at them like bums. So there was nothing that they could really tell me anyways, because I was just like, what am I listening to you for? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you can't even get your stuff together. Like you got 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not listening to you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can tell me about relationships. There's nothing that you can tell me about getting the bag because you ain't getting it. So, that's kind of what I grew up around. So it was just like, yeah, it was tough. So get a mentor, get someone to help you. And it's okay, to get help. We stuck in even now I see kids like get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't respect people that got it handed to them, or I ain't gonna say handed to them, but they got a boost, right? You know what I'm saying? Someone passed something down and they took it and ran with it. Like we don't respect that. We like, no, you got to be dead broke and get it out the mud. The dumbest thing that I ever hear. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So those are some of the things, and I think yeah, man. It's a lot.
Right. You narrowed it down to 3. I'm thinking like, oh, well, there's 20 things I would tell my younger self, but we're gonna narrow it down to 3. Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But those, because that's why I was sitting here thinking, and I was trying to think of some of the major things, because I think with those, like everything else would have worked itself out. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I was trying to do, I wanted to live. It took me I'm trying to tell y'all, it took me a long time to start living. Like I was so, focused on certain things that I blocked everything else out of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I got to do this. I got to do this. And so I missed out on a lot as well, too. It was a lot of things that I didn't do because of that. And so I wish I would have just said, yo, it's okay. You're 20, you're 21, you're 22. Like live, bro. Like have fun, do some things. But, should have had a couple more of them drunken nights, Didi. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, keep it real. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I should have had more of those. It might not have been, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I should have had more of those.
I had enough for you. Don't worry. Let's see. I would tell my younger self that you are enough. You're enough. I mean, not having a dad growing up makes a girl feel like she has to do so much more. So every boy that comes around and tells you you're pretty, you think that they like you. So you feel like you have to go above and beyond for that guy, and you don't. And I try to instill that in my daughter now. When you walk in a room, you command the attention. You are enough. You don't have to do anything else but show up. That's it. But I didn't feel that as a little girl or as a young girl. I felt like I had to perform all the time. I felt like I had to make people see me, notice me, show me some attention, something. I had to do something. And I didn't. And I didn't realize that I didn't. And like Adrian said, I didn't have mentors or coaches around me to show me, baby, you enough. You ain't got to do all that. I see young girls doing it now, and it makes me so mad because I see me in them. You don't got to do all that. You ain't got to twerk. You ain't got to you ain't got to perform for these people. They here to see you. All you got to do is show up. They see you. It's enough. You ain't got to do all that. That's it. If you got a little girl, please let her know she enough.
Please
let her know.
Man, especially in this age, it's so fragile and seeing so much stuff and like,
y'all are so important. So important. We need you like bad. If I had I can't even imagine who I would have been with a present dad. Not looking for that validation from a man. I can't even imagine. I gave myself away to too many people, being transparent, that didn't deserve me. So please fill in that gap for your daughters so no man could come in and tell them that they're not enough.
You want to hear something funny? My daughter, I'm talking to her last night. She's like, yeah, my friends are trying to convince me to go to this winter form or whatever. And I got asked by some kid. I know the kid. And she's like, I ain't really trying to go. I was like, you know, as you shouldn't. But why? She's like, because I was the sixth person he asked. I stopped. I said, and I knew she wasn't gonna go. I said, let me make you understand something. If you're not first, you're last. That's it. If you're not first, you're not. I was like, Ricky Bobby said it was a joke. But if you fit in this context, if his first thought wasn't, I'm going to the winter formal, let me ask Mackenzie first, you weren't over.
Yeah, not going. What? Definitely not going with you. Like,
and like she understands it, but the fact that we had the conversation and it wasn't just, oh, I'm going with such and such. By the way, I was his sixth person he asked. So no, if you wasn't first, that was it. And I'm proud of the way that she carries herself. She's not boy crazy. She's 14. Like all her other friends is boy crazy all over the place. She don't get into all that. Like we'll have conversations. She'll be like, oh, I think this boy is cute or whatever the case. And it's cool because attraction, it happens, right? But the fact that and when she talks to me, she knows that I can hear things without reacting. Like she could tell me something and like, but my parents weren't like that. Even as a boy, like I would say something and they'd be like, what? It made me never want to tell them nothing. And I never wanted to be that.
My parents was mad cool. I was boy crazy, but my dad wrangled me in. He said, and my dad did that, not over here. Bring it back in, sis. Come on. We're going to bring it. We're going. My dad's like, your horns is showing. He said, your horns is showing. Bring it in. Come on. And my dad was like, old school, and he like a little bit, he was in the military, he a little bit shot out. And he used to ice up. I had one boyfriend, and he used to ice show my dad, used to ice show him a shotgun, right? But they would be so scared, like, yo, Jada's dad be pulling out guns. People like, first of all, that's not the motive. My dad was just letting you know the time he on if you get done. Like, and he would tell him, get your dad too. Like, my dad was one of them kind of dads. He was real feisty. Like, it was like, wow. But at the same time, to that extent, I am grateful for it because it helps. It helps. It helped me set a standard because there's a whole lot that I don't tolerate. And it's like, but at the same time, because I had a dad too, but I've been there too where you are, Didi. I've also given myself away to people that presented themselves one way and it was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I thought he was one way. It happens. You're going to get burned either way it goes. It's just about playing life. Like I had to play life before I got to like that thing, but I did have some values and things instilled in me from my dad. Like My dad don't believe in, you know how girls now go up to a guy. My dad, well, he passed away now, just FYI, a few years ago. But he used to always say, I remember I had like this guy one time, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say his name is Dolly. I'm like, yeah, I used to like Dave. And he was all like, well, did Dave come up to you? I said, no, I was going to tell him I liked him. He was all like, oh no, well, Dave don't like you. I'm like, Dad, I'm like that. And I kept telling him, like, this generation ain't like y'all. I'm all, Dave might like me, might be shy. My dad seen Dave one day. Dave don't like you. He's like, there's your answer. Dave don't like you. I'm all like, oh, Dave don't like me. Word, Dave didn't like me. He didn't. My dad was right. Saved me some embarrassment. So
men provide direction.
Yeah, and so he's a little right about it. He didn't like
men literally provide direction.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. Y'all got it. Look.
Y'all got me all sentimental. I'm about to call her right after this.
Kenzie got a good daddy. She got a good
daddy. That's
my baby.
Yeah.
She acts just like me.
She doesn't, like you were talking about, like the social media. Like my daughter don't have no social media at all. She's a registered nurse. She's 25. My baby is just so fragile. Her dad's a piece of shit. He is. He didn't take care of her, whatever. So she's still dealing with all of that. I'm retired military. She's dealing with me not being there a lot in the military. So y'all pray for my child. But she just like is really trying to figure things out. And I'm like, you are an amazing woman. I don't know how much more to pour into her. I pour, but I don't. It's only so much I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So
you gotta let them figure it out themselves sometimes, though. We all had to, all of us here, we all had to figure out, even give ourselves, our younger selves, that advice. Like we had some, maybe didn't have guideposts, but we have had to figure it out through trials and tribulations. You got to go through life.
I just wish she believed in herself more. She doubts herself so much, and she's so amazing.
I'm happy your daughter's Black and in medicine. I love hearing Black people involved in medicine. I'm like, yes,
see what everybody else sees. Like, oh my God. But she just, I don't know. She gotta get there. And I'm just praying she get there quickly.
She will. She's 25. Look, by the time she like 28, she's gonna be straight.
Yeah, I hope so. I just want her to be healed and whole. That's all I ask. Healed and whole. That's it. Because she's just too amazing to be. I'm like, girl, go live. You 25, no kids, and you a nurse. You got a whole bunch of money, girl. You don't
go right.
Like, girl, you got it. Please. I don't know. Lord, I think Lord knew not to give me that. Ooh, child. I said, you saved my life, little girl. Just saying.
No, at 25, I ain't have kids. I was wilding. And I was only middle class. I wasn't an RN. I was making like 60, 70 G's. I was wilding. You hear me? I was out in them short. As I said, the way I was going to All-Star Weekend. I ain't got no kids. I'm getting a section. Come on. We getting the no, it's wasteful now. Now I see the foolishness of it. I wish I would have at a big age. Like
I'd have been very wasteful.
Hello?
I gotta pay this daycare.
Now, like, what you mean? $40 for this? Doing the old auntie over the glass, $40. See, gross.
Well, no, shit, 25. What the hell? Wait a minute. Oh shit, never mind. She went in daycare. Look, see, I was being fast. She was like in second grade. That's terrible.
And that's when got eyes up here in New York, sitting on stoop.
See,
running around, doing too much. Yeah, I was doing a lot.
You was cutting up.
Oh, acting up. You hear me?
See. Adrian and Wayne was out there being good fellas.
Yes. I was playing Goodfellas in them streets. I was. That's good. That's good observation.
No, Adrian was. Hold on. Was you in my backyard throwing up at that time?
I think I was. I was what? At that point, I think I was probably about 23, 24. I want to say.
That's crazy.
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh, child. Lord, I had the youngins at my house. Lord have mercy.
Right now, like the backyard though. I mean, if you know about the backyard barbecue, did you even attend? Because that's a good time. I mean, now it ain't, but you know, you young, that's a sign of a good time. You don't start with
wasn't no barbecue. I don't know how you got in my backyard.
Oh, there wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't no barbecue.
In the house.
Where did I get a
We was all
barbecue
in
from?
the
Y'all
house.
see, look at me.
Yeah,
Black
it
History
wasn't
Because you heard
Backyard
backyard.
throwing up.
Because you heard backyard.
Just
I just went out there. I don't know what was going on. I just went out there.
We just found them back there.
I was laying in the grass. It felt great. I don't know what happened. I was just laying in the grass.
You was laying in the grass.
No, when you and I don't know the circumstances, but I'm kind of getting the picture. When you drunk and your body is on something cold, you like, oh my goodness, this is
It felt so
The
great.
bathroom floor. He went outside.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm more of a bathroom floor. Like I'm just being there, like with the porcelain god, like help me, please. Like that's when the prayers start. Like God, you just
grass
get me through this
tile,
pain.
it's
I
all
can
the
drink
same.
no more.
Adrian, who brought you to the house?
Remember, I had to stay the night. I had to sleep on your couch.
No, I mean, how
'Cause
did
I
you
drove.
get there? Like who was you with though?
I think I came by myself.
Oh my, it was so many people. Was that the night I put Terrence out of my house?
Not
It
you
was a
picking
lot
him out
going
like
on. I don't.
Martin.
You know what? I don't even
Walk with
remember.
his ass
Man.
out.
It was so much going on.
He was so disrespectful.
It was a
There
lot
was a
going
lot
on.
going on that night. It was.
They both said it. Like there's a lot going on.
It was like I ain't gonna even lie. It was a lot going on. It was a lot of people there. It was a lot of people there. Cause I've been there other times, but that was like it was a lot. I can't. Something was going on. Was it a game?
I don't know what was going on.
Was it the
I think
Super Bowl?
I think both men's and women's basketball teams was there.
Yeah, it was like so many people there. It was
Wait,
And,
you had a house full of both hoop teams?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all
It was wild.
want to cut the cameras off because this sounds like a good time.
Way too long.
Like,
I had a good night.
I ain't never been around, like, even in college. Anytime somebody on a hoop team or involved with the hoop team throw a party, it's on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went down to listen. So Greensburg basketball team came to visit us because this is the weird thing. Like we went to branch campuses of the University of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
We had Greensburg girls, half of Greensburg girls and guys, because it was a drive. Because there was some that chose to drive. And they stayed and went to a party at the fraternity house that was up there. Like, and I didn't do that. I went to Oakland to party once and it just wasn't a good look. Oakland
I
was
grew
wild.
up in the hill by Oakland, and by high school, I was already in them parties. I was like, I'm tired of these parties. It's time for some new
Oakland
ones.
is
So by
wild.
the time I got to pick Greensburg, we was at St. Vincent, Seton Hill, and Howard. Honey, I can't tell you how many times I've been on that Pennsylvania Turnpike. I had a hoop, y'all. I had this little Kia about big as a matchbox. We used to be rolling it. One of the speakers was blew out. Music all the way up. Windows heat wouldn't work sometimes. Sometimes it would. Sometimes it wouldn't. You know, if you was getting in my car, come with your coat on. Come with your coat on because you might have heat. You might not. You're gonna get there, but heat is optional.
Heat is optional.
Yeah, man, my car was a hoopty, y'all. I mean, like it was really a hoopty. I'm so grateful for growth and our podcast because I was thinking like I was doing way too much with that car, like way too much.
At least you had one. I was borrowing cars with no license at that time.
You know what?
Oh, you out here risking it all out in Bradford?
I was borrowing cars. I asked a girl, one of my homegirls or just a girl I knew, like, yo, let me get your car. I'm about to run to Country Fair real quick.
When you
Country Fair. I forgot all about Country Fair.
Yeah.
Are they still around? I wonder.
What?
I have to Google that. See if Country Fair is still around.
What? No, go ahead. Go hard. Come on, Dee Dee. You ain't never scared, Bone Crusher.
You was getting by with them big feet, wasn't you?
All right, I should have let you keep that. I should let you keep that. I don't know why I don't take your advice and that. Just let me chill.
He put them feet up on the table. I'm like, here, take the keys. Shit, take them. Take the goddamn keys.
Adrian, rescue us. No? Okay, forget it then.
We done for the night. Y'all, what y'all got going on for the week? Look, I've been drinking 99 apples.
I'm putting my 2-week notice in. I got another new job. So I'm out.
What do you do?
It's over.
You want to wait till we get off? Or you want to wait till we finish? You want to wait till we finish this and then tell us?
Oh yeah, I can say when we finish. Yeah, because I'm thinking like, I'll wait.
Yeah, we don't want these stalkers. You know, I got some stalkers. They might get in your child.
Yo, your hair looks good. Did not peep the braid. Did not peep the braid up in the beginning. I seen the bun.
Thank you.
Look at this.
My loctician keeps me.
Okay.
Today's my 2-year lockiversary.
Happy lockiversary.
Thank you,
Adrian. I can't see your bun. You got to turn to the side. See your bun. Is it a nick bag or is it a real bun?
It's
you hating?
What do you mean?
You said I'm hating.
No,
I'm hating.
Adrian,
How?
we can't
I'm
see
hating.
it.
That's not for everybody.
Yo,
I ain't mad at it.
Listen. This man is too cool for school. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes when we talking, I try to imagine. I'm like, how would that dynamic have worked when me and him was both 23? I know I'm older than him, but just put both of us at 23. How would that look?
Adrian was quiet.
See, I don't like that.
He really talked.
Why don't you like quiet?
Because I was noisy at 23.
You're noisy now, Wayne.
I don't feel like I'm that noisy, am I?
Yeah, I was chill. I had to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't really know you, I wasn't gonna say much around you. Like, period.
He's always chill.
Yeah, I didn't really talk to people. I didn't.
Adrian now was Adrian then. He hasn't changed.
But if I knew you, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick it. We're gonna trip out like how we do. But if I ain't know you, you probably wasn't gonna get many words out of me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What you got going on this week, Didi?
No, what you got going on this week?
There's no rule that says you have to go last all the time.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing this. I'm not falling victim to your dictatorship. I'm gonna say nothing and then I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
Just living life, living regular life.
Wayne, where you at? You don't look like you in your
I am. I'm in the same place. Look, there's LEDs in the corner. I'm in the same place.
You're in a different angle. I see.
I am. I'm always at a different angle. It's all about the angles. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to hit a different angle just to, What you got going on this week? Forget it. And eat more also.
Right.
The recap.
I had to spin the block on it one more time.
Yeah.
I think we didn't catch it the first time.
Oh God, I can't.
You could. I'm tolerable. You know what I'm saying?
You're a mess.
Sometimes.
Adrian, what you got
I'll be
going
chilling
on? I'm not dealing with him no more. He's too much.
Hey man, I'm trying to be like your girl over here. I'm trying to find me a new position. So,
Yo, they out here. They out here.
Hey man,
they everywhere.
We about to talk. I'm always learning my Espanol. My Spanish.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Getting better.
Me
getting
too.
fluid. Hey,
I got a little tutor and everything.
Oh yeah, me too. So,
Yep.
So yeah, I'm trying to go on and get fluent this year. I'm gonna stop playing, because I know Spanish. I speak Spanish. So, but I'm trying to take it to that next level. So
that's me too. I'm doing it for career. I could bust a move with having another language under my belt.
Hey, especially in New York. It's kind of like
that's exactly
like you need
exactly where I was going. Yeah.
At this point, you need it in New York.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to work and moving up. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's that, man. That's kind of what I'm working on right now, man. Like I said, speaking engagements, doing that, speaking about coaching. The next one I'll be speaking about is leadership. And so and why it's important. And the difference between a manager and a leader. We all know. Managers be trash because they can't lead. So yeah, I'll be talking about that. I think that's about it for me.
Jada, what you got going on? Jada, what you got going on for the week?
Putting a 2-week notice in. And then after that, I'm taking.
You said it again. Before you said you wasn't. You said it again. Like you said you wasn't going to say it. You said you was going to leave it alone. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I was going to leave it alone as far as what I do. But yeah, no, I'm so excited to do it. And then that's it for the rest of the week. That's literally what I'm doing for the rest of the week. Putting a notice in, you put the notice in, you're on autopilot. I ain't doing nothing the rest of this week. Doing nothing. And then I'm going to take a little mini vacation, take a little break in between. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go down to Miami for a little hot second, give me a little sun, just a little bit. Thought about the DR for a second, but my homeboy out there right now, my co-host, he's out in DR right now, having the time of his life. I'm looking like, I got a little 2 weeks to kill. Maybe I should go to DR and just vibe a little bit, then start my new job. That's all. I'm chilling. Okay, I need a break.
That's what I'm talking about.
I need a break.
Hey.
It's the breaks.
Yes. What I got going on? Y'all know me, the core queen. Just servicing my clients. I'm virtual personal trainer, master trainer, certified nutritionist, certified glute specialist. That's what I do. I help people lose weight and get in amazing shape without starving themselves or spending hours a day in the gym. So if you need to follow me, the core queen, on all platforms, I can get you where you want to be, get you healthy.
I'm about to follow you right now
for the rest of your life. I am the core queen. What else I got going on? Shit. I almost died this weekend, but I'm here. Me and my son were stuck. It's not funny. We literally got stuck on the side of a mountain trying to get to our cabin in Boone, North Carolina. It was the worst experience ever. Wayne, don't take offense to this. I'm going to leave white people shit to white people. Never doing that again. Thank God for the nice white man that came and saved our life and pulled us out with his Jeep. He got us out of there. I'm going to be filing a complaint against the cabin company who will not give me my money back because I could not get to their cabin because they did not clear their driveway so that I can get there. It was a huge disaster. So yeah, I'll be filing a complaint with them. I'm going to actually contact the news people and everybody to complain about this company because it was a lot of money to book this cabin.
Damn, I'm sorry that happened. That's the worst.
Yeah, and it was terrifying because there was no way to turn around. It was either go off the cliff or just stay there. And this man came out of nowhere and hooked us up to his Jeep and pulled us out. So thank God for him. So my artist money train, Raphael Ratliff, who's been in the comments all night. If you have not streamed, downloaded, or listened to his new song, Me, Myself, and I, please go listen to it. It's an amazing song, amazing video. Hopefully, y'all keep y'all fingers crossed. We will be somewhere in the next 2 weeks, hopefully in California at an amazing event coming up. We're trying to get there. And he has a huge project coming up. I can't say anything, but the event in 2 weeks, everybody knows about it now. One of the people that in this amazing event, hope he'll be doing a project with here soon. So a collaboration with. So we're excited about that. He got some good stuff coming up. Y'all look out for him. But if you need a waist trainer, the best waist trainer on the market, the Core Queen waist trainer is amazing. thecorequeen.com. Check it out. Go buy it. Put it on. I promise you won't be disappointed. I have apparel. I have fitness equipment. I have all kinds of stuff on my website. And if you're a man and you like beautiful things, buy my calendar, 2022 Core Queen calendar. It's also on the website. That's all I got. And we appreciate all the battle buddies in the comments.
She said, that's all I got after listing 10 things.
Wait, shut up.
My fault. I'm going to go back to sleep. Go ahead.
Okay. We appreciate all the battle buddies in the comments. Y'all, do not be like Nick Cannon. Let's bring tradition back. Let's get these Black families back together. Let's raise families together. Let's build generational wealth, generational health, and be better, y'all. Y'all come back next Tuesday. Jada, we really appreciate you. You were amazing.
I appreciate y'all. I would love to have y'all on my podcast. I got to do a shameless plug because I got a podcast. Too. It's at the Rude Urban Truth Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Same name, at the Rude Urban Truth. We have a website too, therudeurban truth.com. I would love to have y'all as guests. We got a little intake form. It would be phenomenal. Y'all are great. I really enjoyed y'all. It's so nice to be around people who look like you. And it's the first day of Black History Month. Y'all know I'm being blackity black this month. Like I seen somebody said they're gonna wrap their couch in plastic. Might wrap my couch in plastic. Might grab a can of Crisco. Like I'm doing all the blackity black.
Might grab a can of
all the
Crisco.
blackity black stuff that I grew up with. This ain't no stereotype. This is stuff that I've seen in my aunties and my nana's household. I might grab a can of Crisco for the culture. Some good old Crisco. Just for this month, though. Just for this month. But then after that, I got to really get back because, Crisco really not good for you. Like, it's really bad. So we got to snap back after this. But, until then. So I really thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate y'all, the feedback, the insight. Plus, we beautiful Black people. Like, how could this not be a good time? Right?
Yes. We appreciate you. Y'all share the live. Tap in. Go and watch Jay's podcast every Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Check her
I forgot to put the. See, you came through. I forgot to put the every Wednesday part. Not
every
this Wednesday because I told
How
her
did you know it then?
In the VR.
Because it's on her Instagram page. It's in the bio.
Ooh.
Okay.
Check it out.
The ooh did not make it for me. I did the ooh like.
We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Co-host, y'all stay on after show.